coming from a book as strictly written as the Bible is. It is telling you to do something new and unheard of, to step out of line, but only after you have sacrificed your old self. This is one of the most important parts. In the works of Philo of the same time period, you'll find that every wicked man was a slave. Every good man is free. Once the self as we knew it is dead and gone, we are now worthy to create on our own accord. Then every person is made a king before God. In other words, sovereign and independent of any system, especially a system that will attempt to enslave them. And there is a beast with a very particular phone number that tries to do just that. Buckle your seatbelts for this next bit. We're coming off the rails on a crazy horse. Let him that hath understand count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. So the beast comes up from earth. So it is something we made or a physical nature. The beast is a he, meaning logically minded rather than emotive. And he looks like a lamb. This is your classic age-old wolf in sheep's clothing metaphor, as whatever this is appears to be virtuous and self-sacrificing. And apparently it is pretty slick in convincing you of that, as the dragon or serpent is very wise and cunning. He works through the first beast to causeth the earth and them dwelling therein to worship that first beast. Remember, worship means giving it your energy, attention, and depending on it. So our body and mind will give it our attention, energy, and support once befuddled. The beast healed from a deadly wound, so we have a bit of an underdog situation. This beast performs great wonders in the sights of men. So it is either showing off or is really something to gawk and marvel at. We are kind of invited to join on this beast's deeds and even celebrate its longevity. It goes on to say that we have the power to bring it to life, and that its image will then learn to speak. After that, we get a little dark again, where it kills off whoever doesn't give it their worship or energy and attention. Next, it stresses the point that everyone, no matter their status in the world, will carry a mark in their right hands and on their foreheads. And of course, the famous and most literal part, that no one can do shit in society unless they've got one on them, or the number that represents it. You might be familiar with a notable change in the Bible that kind of went viral a while back. In Mark 9:17, a boy is having seizures and periods of muteness. Jesus said that this type of demon can only be removed by fasting and prayer. But our current Bibles don't say fasting. It was changed to just prayer. The scribe who translated simply didn't recognize this as a medical issue because he was assuming the text to be strictly religious. So it's no wonder this unfortunate annex went viral, because it shows a clear case of Jesus recognizing, diagnosing, and treating literal parasites as a health issue. To the scribes in the Dark Ages, all that shit was just demons. But this particular case highlights something very important. This is evidence that very, very much of the Bible is probably completely misread. It is at this point that the belief in the lie cannot be broken, even in the face of self-evident facts and new information. There are currently billions of people who believe we are living in the end times because of a book paraphrased by a king named James. By ignoring and even suppressing the original text, people who damn well know the difference can now utilize that usurped version as a playbook. As a playbook hinging on the belief, thus acceptance of fate emanating from those billions of people who are walking to the same beat of the same lie. They have been told to just lay down and trust that Jesus is coming back to pick up the slack. So they go limp. That submission to evil can only be pulled off if the book they wholeheartedly believe in was twisted just enough to eliminate the personal responsibility of raising up the Christ within by overcoming worldly matters, the way that Jesus Christ did when he raised his. He may have died for us to live, but we still have to flip these tables over in his honor. We have all been manually synchronized to aim in that direction by an incalculable amount of tiny adjustments, like the little vibrations that gradually unify the tempos of multiple pendulums. And now it's time to disrupt that rhythm